For a lot of Black women abroad, I'm fine doesn't always mean peace. Sometimes it means I don't get to fall apart here. Not after I chose this life, not after people questioned why I left, not when everyone keeps calling me brave, not when being strong is the only version of me people know how to respect. You can be grateful for the life you created and still feel exhausted inside it. You can love where you are and still miss being held by something familiar. You can be capable, organized, responsible, and still be quietly carrying more than anyone can see. And because you are functioning, people call you strong. But sometimes what people call strength is actually emotional containment. It's your ability to hold fear, loneliness, guilt, resentment, and uncertainty without needing too much from anyone. That is not freedom. That is a body that learned how to survive by staying composed. The problem is not that you're strong. The problem is that strength became the place where your needs went to disappear. For many Black women who moved abroad, this did not start abroad. Somewhere along the way, being composed became safer than being honest. Being easy to deal with became safer than needing support. Being capable became safer than being witnessed. So you learned how to contain, not because you were fake, because it helped you belong. It helped you stay in control when support was inconsistent. It helped you avoid being dismissed. It helped you keep moving when there was no room to stop. But that pattern can follow you anywhere, even into a country you chose, even into a life that looks freer than the one you left, even into a season where everyone expects you to feel proud, happy, and brave. Maybe you are proud. Maybe you are happy in some ways. Maybe you do know this move was right for you. But that doesn't mean it hasn't asked a lot from your body. This is where those old familiar responses come in. I'm fine, just busy. I'll figure it out. I don't want to bother anybody. I'm just tired. I'm used to it. Those sentences can sound harmless, but underneath them, the truth might really be I'm scared, but I don't want anyone to talk me out of my life. I'm lonely, but I don't want to seem ungrateful. I'm exhausted, but I don't want to admit this transition is taking something out of me. I need support, but I don't know how to ask without feeling like a burden. That is the difference between privacy and containment. Privacy says not everyone gets access to me. Containment says even I do not get access to what I'm feeling. Privacy is a boundary, containment is a hiding place. And when you've been praised for being strong, containment can feel normal. You clean up the truth before you say it. You turn, I'm having a hard week, into, it's just been busy. You turn, I feel disconnected, into, I probably just need to get out more. You turn, I'm tired of doing this by myself, into, I know I'll be okay. And you probably will be okay. But being okay is not the same as being supported. Being functional is not the same as being free. Being admired for your strength is not the same as being met in your truth. Your body knows the difference. It knows when your mouth says, I'm good, but your chest tightens. It knows when you send that calm text and your shoulders stay lifted. It knows when your throat closes right before you almost say, actually, this has been heavy. And if the truth doesn't have a place to go, the body often carries it through fatigue that doesn't match your schedule, through irritability, through needing to be alone but not feeling better after being alone, through resentment that surprises you because you thought you were fine. This is why strength can not only mean endurance. Endurance got you here. Endurance helped you survive things that deserved more support than you had. But if endurance is the only kind of strength you trust, every new chapter becomes another place where you prove how much you can carry. And I do not want your life abroad to become another place where you're respected but emotionally alone. The question isn't, how do I stop being strong? The question is, can my strength stop requiring me to be emotionally hidden? The old identity says, I'm strong because I can carry this without anyone knowing. The new identity says, I can be strong without disappearing inside my strength. That is the shift. Not less capable, less concealed. You don't have to collapse. You don't have to tell everyone everything. You don't have to make your private life public. You're simply letting honesty stop feeling like a threat. So here is the small practice for this week. Before you say, I'm fine, I'm just busy, pause for 1 second and ask yourself, what is the honest sentence underneath that polished one? You don't have to say everything. You're practicing one small interruption. So instead of I'm fine, just busy, try I'm handling it, but I can feel how much I've been carrying. Or I'm okay, and I know I need more support than I've been admitting. Or simply, this week has been heavier than I wanted to say out loud. That is enough. Not a confession, not a performance, not a breakdown. Just one honest sentence before the old pattern edits it. Then notice what your body does. Does your breath change? Do your shoulders drop? Does part of you want to take it back and say, but it's fine? That urge to clean it up is the old pattern trying to protect you. You can notice it without obeying it. This is part of why I created Soft Landing Circle, because so many Black women make the move, build the life, adjust to the country, and still don't have a steady place to be witnessed emotionally. They know how to be brave, they know how to adapt, they know how to keep going. But they have not always had a place where they can say the honest sentence without translating it, defending it, or making it easier for someone else to receive. Soft Landing Circle is a space for that kind of practice. A place where the woman who made the move can begin to feel supported inside the life she chose. So, if you're watching this and realizing you did not move abroad just to keep holding everything inside in a prettier location, you don't have to keep sorting through that alone. Book a soft landing call below. And if you want a place to start, download the free resource 10 Things Nobody Tells You After Moving Abroad. On that call, we will talk about what's been feeling heavy, what you've been carrying alone, and what your I'm fine may actually be protecting. You'll have a space to slow down, be heard, and understand what may be happening underneath the strength you've been performing. Because you are worthy of support and you do not have to carry everything alone.